Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial, and we are using today the Art Gallery photopolymer stamp set and the coordinating floral gallery dies. You can get these right now as a bundle and as a suite of products in the January to June mini catalogue that is running currently. Links to all the products are going to be in the description below. So the Art Gallery set, as I say, it is part of a suite, and it has some phenomenal sort of art realistic papers in it, which you can see on the backgrounds of these two particular cards. And then what I've done is what I call them inside out cards. I've flipped the design and turn them the other way around so that you can see different portions of the paper. Okay, so if we take these two, you'll see I've used this busy background on the base, flipped it over and used the pattern side, and on this one the pattern side's on the base with the busy florals on there. So it's the same piece of paper, just cut differently to create both of those cards. Same colour combination used on the flowers, which is actually Bumblebee and Poppy Parade. So those are colours that are in the paper, and we've got Old Olive there for the foliage. Okay, so that's what we've done, and then same with this particular design. Okay, so this one has some petal pink in it. So again, busy floral on the base, pattern on the top. Switched it round to make this one. This flower uses Flirty Flamingo and Poppy Parade to create that. And I've used Poppy Parade as the sentiment banner on all of those as well. Okay, so we're going to do another set of these. So just to show you how we've done it. So I've got two sets of stuff, okay, ready to go. Got some Stitch So Sweetly dies there cut out already. That's the second largest of the rectangle set, so they're ready to go. I have already stamped and die cut the leaves in Old Olive, and as you can see, this paper, okay, has a lovely background on there. So that will be Bumblebee. And then we've got this pattern. So without all the stuff on, you can probably see how textured that is, but it's been painted and then photographed. Isn't it stunning? So for these flowers, I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo, and this dark colour is Merry Merlot. So that's what the flowers are going to look like. So regular card base, the base layer is 4 by 5 3/4. This is 3 1/8 by 4 7/8 of an inch. And then I've got a 3 by 4 3/4 panel there, and then we've done exactly the same but vice versa on this one. So that's how they're going to go together. Okay, so we can do a bit of assembly nice and quickly. Okay, so we stick down our large panels onto our card bases. So this is where you've got to make sure you don't get confused with all your patterns if you're doing them side by side like this. So I'm just going to run some Stampin' Seal over the back of that to add to our card bases. So there's our yellow one. Just tidy up the edges as I always do, and then we'll do the same with this one. So two cards together today. So I had all the paper out to cut, so I thought I might as well use it and show you that you can do lots of different things at the same time. We can mat and layer these pieces now as well. Get those ready to go. the designer series paper won't be carrying over into the new annual catalogue, so you will find the paper itself will be in the sales and promotions area of the online shop, if it's still available. It may not be available, but I think the suite might be. Oops, picked up the wrong glue there. That's our got some retired snail that I use just to make some make up my samples. Might as well use it while I have it. It's the last one I've got as well. It's almost gone. And as you probably heard, it used to make such a racket when you used it. So that's quite nice that it's we've switched that product and it's now very quiet to use. Really, really great adhesive. So my dimensional back has just come off there, so I'm just going to temporarily stick that back on. So I'm just going to stick some dimensionals on the back of this, ready to go. Okay, so that'll be fine. I might just stick another one in the middle actually, just to give the middle a bit of support. These panels need some ribbon wrapped around them. So, oh, I was just saying about the suite. So yeah, look out for the suite. I think the whole suite's still available. But don't forget, you can do this technique with any designer series paper. I'm just showing you a concept really. My beloved polka dot tool is not going to be carrying over, which I am slightly devastated about. So that's another thing. If it's available and you like it, get hold of that as well. I have to say, I did not check before I came on to do this one, which is silly of me because I have been trying to check if things are still available. So that's the tool wrapped around there, and we're just going to tie that into a knot over here. So one of the reasons I really like this is because it really adds texture without really detracting from the rest of the design. It's really, really cute. It's sort of there but not there. So I'm just going to tie that in a knot right at the end there, and then we're going to trim it so it's just shorter than the layer, like that. So that portion's ready to go, and we're going to do the same with the other one. So I like white ribbons as well because they are really versatile. This one not so much. It's a bit difficult to apply colour to, but certainly some of the other ones, like the crinkled seam binding in the white colour, basic white, that can be coloured really easily with a whole heap of stuff. Stampin' blends, really good for doing that kind of thing, and it dries quickly as well, but you can use water-based ink as well. Rightio, so me rambling away, I've got the bases done there. We need to stamp our flowers ready, so we'll bring in some Whisper White. Keep calling it Whisper White, it's not Whisper White. It is basic white. And we're going to take our larger flower image here and stamp that with the Flirty Flamingo, like so. Isn't that beautiful? And then we're going to do the detail layer with Merry Merlot, which is the dark colour in that patterned paper. So it's going to make sure that's inked properly. That's it. So there's a couple of points that you can line up. So this top bump there and this bottom bump sort of line up quite nicely with this image, but if I'm honest, if you're a little bit off, because of the nature of it, it's sort of supposed to look like a really brushed sort of watercolory kind of look. It ain't going to matter if you're slightly off. So, and also because you guys are up there, I can't then get my head over this as close as I would normally. So that might be a little bit off, and it is a little bit, but like I say, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Just excuse me while I clean this ink pad thoroughly, stamp thoroughly. The red inks do stain the photopolymer stamps, which is completely normal and it doesn't affect them in any way, shape or form, but it just drives me a little bit crackers. So I do like to give them a really good clean immediately, so that that staining is minimised. It's just one of those things. Okay, so oops, stick my finger in the ink pad. So we need to just die cut those elements now. So we have a die here, and what I'm going to try and do is save a little bit of time, and I'm also going to stamp our sentiments. I shouldn't put the Merry Merlot away, should I? Let's use the Merry Merlot and our sentiment stamp. And I think we've got room at the top of there for that. Okay, so we can cut that one and that one at the same time. Let me just, sorry, I just need to clean that. Good habit to get into anyway, cleaning your stamps immediately after you've used them. Okay, so we'll have to do 2 passes of the machine, but we're sort of doing doubling up, if you like. So we'll cut a sentiment in this lovely, this is from the die set in the for this collection, and it kind of gives a postage stamp edge to it, which is really, really cool. It's quite nice. And get that lined up, so we'll run that one through and then do it again for the other one. And I've already done the leaves just to save a little bit of time. So they were just stamped very simply with old olive and die cut. No great secret there as to what we did. So peel that away. Isn't that lovely? It's a really nice shape, isn't it? And then a flower, and then we'll swap these guys round and run those through just once more. Just takes a few moments to line those up and run them through. Probably takes longer to, be satisfied that they're lined up properly. But there we are. And then that's done, and then all we have to do is put it all together. Okay, 2 flowers, 2 sentiments. Our flowers are going on dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a couple on the back of each of those flowers. So they're ready to go. Our little sentiments are super skinny, so I'm going to actually use the mini dimensionals on those. At each end there, so they're ready to go as well. Voila. Okay, so our little toppers then, on our leaves, we're just going to apply some glue to those larger areas. And I've just been positioning them in the corner, trying to get them within sort of the stitched line of the die, just like so. I'm not concerned about the stem just being slightly outside there. Our flowers go on next. Just over the top there, doesn't matter if they overhang a little bit, I think it adds something to the design if they do. And we'll add these to our toppers. Like so. Oh, that one's sitting a little low, but it doesn't really matter. Just checking I've got glue on the back of that, because I didn't feel like it was holding on. Just don't want to hold my ribbon underneath. Okay, so that's that stage done. So now we can attach these to our card bases. If you would like to add some wet glue over the top of those to give yourself some wriggle room, you can do. Just trying to make sure it's sort of straight. There we are. Same with this one. There we are. Okay, and then we just need to add our little sentiments, so we'll just get the backings off those. And I have been putting this sort of across the stem, sort of coming to the edge of this white panel, and it just sits inside the stitching on the Stitch So Sweetly panel, which is even better. Just seems to fit just beautifully, just sat there. Then you've got an idea it's straight as well, because it touches both sides. And there we have another set, or pair, shall we say, of what I call my inside out cards. Okay, so those were very quick to do. I mean, I know things were pre-cut and everything, but it didn't take very long to do. So so there's the 3 designs with the base pattern. Okay, and then we've done exactly the same to create our other ones. So 6 cards made really quite simply. You know, could get all them done in an hour or so to send out. Really nice message to say whether we're thinking of you, and really pretty. So as I said at the beginning, all the stuff is going to be linked in the description bar below. Obviously the paper may or may not be available yet, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed that. Stay safe out there. Hope you join me again soon. Bye bye.